Adam, I like your haircut.
Yeah, it looks good.
How often do you get your haircut?
Hold on. Let me consult my Supercuts card. So this thing is getting very old.
Okay.
I first started doing this almost a year ago.
He says it like he's proud.
Yeah.
I can't believe how long it's been in his wallet.
My 7th haircut recently was on the 15th of September. 5 more and I get a free haircut.
It's 12 haircuts you have to get?
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of haircuts. What do they think this is? The military?
Supercuts is like gambling.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It's always a rush when you go in there. Yeah. It's going to be a decent haircut or complete garbage.
Yeah. If you're okay gambling with that part of your looks, then you better not be okay gambling with your looks on your wrist. That's why I wear Vincero Collective watches. Vincero Collective has great watches for every style of man, or even an Elise who's wearing a Vincera watch, which is the feminine version of it.
She's not a man, she's a woman.
She's a woman.
I could wear a
She still
man's
looks
watch
great.
if I wanted
You
to.
can wear whatever you want.
They sponsored this episode of Open House, and we're going to hear more from them at the end of the show.
What's going on over there?
I'm flipping my watch around.
A broken watch is right 3 times a day.
It's twice a day.
Guy's got a haircut card. I wouldn't.
Hey, our first question this week comes from Frosty780. What will be the trendy Halloween costume at this year's annual office party?
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Oh, it's Halloween?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Ooh.
episode airs directly on Halloween night.
Good thing we dressed up.
Pretty
Sometimes we
it
record
doesn't.
ahead. I hope this lands on Halloween.
The year before The Dark Knight came out, I dressed up as Heath Ledger's Joker. Ooh. Before The Dark Knight came out, so
Yeah.
only from set pictures.
Yeah.
So this year, I have decided to dress up as Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, but it'll just be a red collared shirt and that weird hairstyle that he's got and that old man face. I can't wait, Joaquin Phoenix.
He's not watching.
Oh,
If he gets down on his hands and knees, do they call him Crawling Phoenix?
I guess the
just ignored
costume that I think is going to be everywhere is that mushroom fellow from Mario Kart.
Oh, no.
I like that. Yeah, because this episode, I was going to say, this episode's 2 weeks later. I don't know if people remember that Donald Trump's dick looks like Toad.
Stormy Daniels said that Donald Trump's dick looks like Toad.
Yeah,
That's right.
And what else was there?
that's it.
It's a pretty light year.
I'm going to dress up as stoned Elon Musk.
Oh, that's a good costume. That's a good topical costume.
because you can actually smoke weed while you're there, and you can give out coupons for like space rides.
You'll
and
need
stuff.
a blunt and a samurai sword.
Yeah,
I guess maybe Ghost of Burt Reynolds?
You could just be naked, and then if anybody asks who you are, you throw on your bearskin rug and lay on it.
I'm a ghost, you'll say.
Casper.
Yeah.
He's like, go for her tits.
What?
What?
Boogie Nights, remember?
Oh, right,
He was
yeah.
like, aim at her tits.
Yeah.
You're like, weird. He got an Oscar for this, I think.
Didn't she say to do it?
It's been a while since I've jerked
I
off
watch
to
it
that
every
movie.
night. I watch it every night.
I'm sure Tom.
Do you find that helps you remember things, jerking off during them?
Absolutely.
Like if you're studying for a test and you're like you're going over your notes, if you masturbate during that, do you think that will help you remember?
Yeah, because I remember Janet Jackson's music video, Anytime, Anyplace, like the back of my hand.
You mean the inside of your hand?
Wet and sticky.
Next question from Maidamacha77. Nintendo decides to give each Funhaus member a real-life, living, breathing character from the roster of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a friend/companion. If you had to choose, who would you pick, and what would you do with him/her?
It's not going to be Toad. We know that.
Yeah,
know.
it's going to remind me of other things. I guess Ice Climbers, because 2 for 1.
Beat me to it.
Yeah, I get 2 best friends, losers.
All right, I'll pick Kirby. Because Kirby will swallow anything I give him.
Sucks and blows.
Is it him or her?
It's definitely a him.
It's a him. Okay, yeah.
Is it?
Isn't there a Ms. Kirby too?
Only if he inhales a woman.
Mine would be Ike, because I can't think of any attributes about Ike that make Ike stand out.
Is that Fire Emblem?
Yes? Question mark?
So you could frame him for murder.
Frame him for murder. That's exactly what I was thinking.
He's a patsy.
We know nothing about the
Yeah.
suspect.
He just looked like any anime character. At least, who would you pick?
I would pick Mr. Game and Watch.
Because when he turns sideways, he disappears.
Yeah, so I get him to
Frame him for murder.
What is wrong with us?
say downtown LA, there was a hot new shoe drop on a Saturday, right?
Okay.
People are lined up out front. Omar wants these shoes. I know he does.
But he's not going to get up early. We know that too.
And I send Mr. Game and Watch in. I say, go get those shoes.
How does he get in?
Just sneaks on through, slips on through.
Whatever you do, just make sure you get his hands to wrap around the barrel of the gun so that way the prints are on it.
Right, then we can frame him for murder.
Tiny Rick wants to know, Billy Zane decides to take the plunge into new media and visits Funhaus to film an episode. How do each of you use his superior acting abilities?
I would make him pretend to be the homeless man out in front of our building
Oh,
and beg so that we could get some extra cash.
pretend and act
So we could get
like
some
he's begging.
extra cash on the side
Yeah.
for our business. And then every day he'd clock out and I'd send him home and say, thank you, Mr. Zane. And he'd say, thank you, Bruce.
Yeah.
And then walk away.
what he sounds
But then
like.
he would only walk to the end of the corner and then sit back down again. People don't realize this, but Billy Zane is actually a very accomplished painter. And I think that we could use some of his beautiful paintings to line the walls of our office. Because we still have so much bare wall space. We only have so many posters of us. So if we get Billy Zane to do portraits of us, then we'd have more things on the walls.
How good are his paintings, Elise? Do you know?
They're like he scribbles on recycled paper and then charges you $200.
Come on,
That
Billy.
$200 is going to be worth $1,000 someday.
It's like the Bitcoin of art.
Yeah.
I feel like we need some phantom fashion tips around here. None of us really know how to wear purple well. We don't have enough one pieces here with little cowls.
I think he'd be our new security guard.
Oh, yeah.
Protect the place.
Is he tired?
Yeah, would he fall asleep occasionally?
He might, he might take a nap here and there.
I was gonna say sometimes when you gotta nap, you gotta nap. At least that's the way it goes.
Even when you're a security guard?
Especially.
Everybody needs sleep, James.
During the security?
Absolutely.
Your next question comes from Kath Wynn. Funhaus just discovered a way to genetically engineer trees to grow anything imaginable. What object now grows on trees?
What we need the most are dedicated Funhaus fans. It takes about 25 years to grow Funhaus fans on this tree.
Most of them end up rotten.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of the fetuses die, and
Yeah.
like sometimes their arms and legs fall off, and occasionally they don't know how to talk and stuff like that. But for the most part, they will subscribe to Funhaus and watch our videos and be happy sometimes.
I'm going to say a plant that grows bongs.
That's pretty cool.
Because you can already get weed from a tree.
That's right.
So imagine if you get bongs from a tree too.
It would be all natural.
You don't think that's cannibalistic? Tree
True.
grows the bong and then
and then
smoke
the tree
the leaf.
smokes itself.
How do you think fire is made?
Now, here's a question for you guys. You know the age-old joke, money doesn't grow on trees.
I do.
But what if it did? In the
Right.
form of gift cards.
Damn it.
The supercuts.
Well, you don't get to choose.
To someplace useful like Amazon?
No, it's always
God.
very specific. But what a surprise, though. You're out with your loved one, your betrothed, and you go, oh, what's this today? Fuck, Chili's.
You go, pick and save.
It's a condom tree. So that way you take your girlfriend for a romantic picnic.
Yeah.
And she goes, let me guess. Condoms in the picnic basket trick. Right? You guys know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I've tried it 100 times. It never works.
But then she checks the picnic basket. She goes, oh, nothing in here. He just wants to take me on a romantic picnic.
And then
No
when
harm, no foul.
He goes like this. He goes, grabs all the condoms off the tree.
She's just getting covered in falling condoms.
Because if there's
So
one
hot.
thing a guy likes, it's wearing condoms. Right?
Don't high five him. Last question from Fahad Khan, 1997. Now that Alana has joined Funhaus, what is her best impression of another Funhaus member?
It's a tough
Hold on,
one.
I'll go get her.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
We could just shout, Alana! Oh, sorry, guys. Are you working? Fahad Khan, 1997, wants to know what your best impression of another Funhaus member is.
Only us.
All right.
He says that like every day. He says that like every day.
Oh, and they got Elise.
Sniped ya.
All right, do me.
I really like to wrestle.
But like stupider.
Wrestling?
That's
You sound like an idiot. All right, we only have time for one more impression. John Holland.
John's really happy all the time. Follow your dreams.
Now, John Holland say something?
Follow your dreams.
No, he said John Holland.
Oh, look at the time. I'm gonna look at the time on my watch. My Vincero watch.
This episode of Open House is brought to you by Vincero Collective Watches. Are you looking to increase your perceived success and wealth without paying a huge price tag? Vincero has a modern and contemporary style that looks bold and professional. Get the watch built for a boss. A luxury watch doesn't have to cost you a fortune, and you'll see why when you check out Vincero. Every watch is manufactured and quality checked by hand before being shipped out to you. This is the kind of attention to detail and dedication to quality typically only seen with luxury watch brands over $500, while Vincero watches start at a little over $100. With over 6,500 5-star reviews and a 2-year warranty, you can shop with confidence. Check them out. Go to VinceroWatches.com/openhouseoctober and enter the promo code HOUSE, HAUS, to get 15% off your entire order. Get a Vincero watch at VinceroWatches.com/openhouseoctober and enter the promo code HOUSE, HAUS, HOUSE.
Those are good tries, though.
Now you all have to do me.
Oh, I made it! My name's Lana! Oh, top of the morning to ya! It's good to be here in the States. What can Funhaus do? What y'all doing over here?
Funhaus.
I want to just be locked in a mall, but the same one where Mannequin comes to life in the hit film Mannequin.
Oh my gosh.
And that way I have a girlfriend.
There's the James Willems cut of Mannequin out there somewhere where it's the whole movie from the beginning to the end, and at the end, when I think they're leaving on a balloon or something, it hard cuts to him fucking a mannequin.